What's good, motherfuckers? Hopefully the stream stays on this time. It's crashed a few times already. I think they might be onto my antics. What is fucking good, boys? As usual, I'm just going to sit here like a lemon until somebody turns up. It's nice having lurkers in here from time to time to boost the numbers and whatnot, but you guys got to start getting involved. How we doing on this lovely Friday night, people? Right, get this window open. What's really good? I'm still reading from all the craziness from yesterday. So I figured this would be like a little bit of a cleanup evening. There's a few outstanding questions that I still need to get answered. Like, for example, I forgot to ask about what people's locks of tomorrow night are going to be. Pretty slim pickings, but I still haven't made a parlay for tomorrow and I'm struggling. So I could definitely use some advice. While I'm waiting, I might just pop on Twitter and see if anything fucking crazy has happened in the last few hours. Hey, how you doing, Plymouth? Nice to see you. Are you actually are you a UK guy then? Are you actually from Plymouth? Or is it a reference to something else? Nice to have you here, man. Yeah, yesterday we had like a lot of traffic because obviously there was a lot going on. So we had a lot of people popping in. It was really sweet. I've spent the majority of the day traveling, so I've been engaging in some Twitter beef that I shouldn't have even bothered with. I really got into it with this Dagestani guy who was very angry that I was saying disparaging things about Mohammed Ankalaev. I just couldn't help myself. But yeah, nice to have you in here, Plymouth. I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by. How did you discover the channel, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'm still oblivious to how this entire thing works. I still have no idea. I pretty much just turn up here from time to time and hope for the best. And so far, it seems to be working out okay. The first MMA streamer that doesn't hate football. You got raided from ITP MMA Live. That's the thing, yeah. Do you know what, yeah? I need to figure out, because I tried to go on IT. So is it called ITP MMA Live? Because I was pretty sure I subscribed to it before, and I can't seem to find his channel for some reason. ITP MMA Live. Let me jump on here. Oh, there's the dude. There is the dude, and I am subscribed. So what the hell's going on? I'm definitely going to be diving in on some of his stuff. Yeah, I definitely don't hate football. I grew up on that stuff. I used to play it like I used to play it way too much. I was the kind of kid that would go to school 2 hours early to get a game in and didn't really give a fuck that I'd spend the rest of the day stinking the joint out. So now I'm definitely a big football fan. I don't have the needs to play it anymore. But I'm definitely happy to talk some football if that's what you're into. Are you a Plymouth Argyle supporter? I'm gonna wait with bated breath to see when ITP starts going live again, because I'm definitely interested to see what this guy's about. His community seems incredible. Yeah, I thought it was quite rare to get like UK fans that are MMA fans as well, because we seem to be few and far. Like, I don't know anybody in real life that's an MMA fan in the UK. Like, they're all into boxing and football and polo, probably. I'm not really into that shit. I prefer a good old knock. That's my style. That's what I'm into. I am. I still remember when Newcastle won the title at home park. Man, that was did we win the title at your ground? Bloody hell. That was actually like being under Mike Ashley. That was one of my favorite seasons because we were actually winning games for once and actually looking okay. And it was the first time that I started going to like games live, because you don't really shudder in embarrassment. Like every time I'd think about going to a Premier League game, I was like, nah, what's the point? We're just gonna get pumped out. I'm not paying my good earned money to get humiliated on a weekly basis. But I've started to go to more games these days. Like, now that we've got new ownership, a little bit of pride has come back to the club. I think Plymouth survived last year, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you're still in the league. Let me double check that. Championship table and standings. Oh yeah, you're still knocking about, which is great. Yeah, we were pretty good in the championship that season. Survived on the last day by beating Hull City. That's, man. Do you know what? Yeah, as a football fan, if I'm not going to be part of a title winning season, I'd rather be part of like a relegation thing, because at least you've got something to enjoy. And Hull City were pretty good last year, from what I remember. So that's a nice win to get on the end of the season. You must have been bricking it, bro. Because if you go down to League Two, it's basically curtains. How you doing, Mikey? No, Mikey, it's football. You should be calling your shitty sport soccer. You barely use your feet in that sport. I don't understand why you get away with calling it football in the first place. More like handball. But no, nice to have you here, Plymouth, man. Much appreciated. I always value having UK fans or UK MMA fans in here, especially. It's nice to have you guys about. How you doing, Super Shotgun? Good to see you again, brother. Good to see you again. I finally managed to find ITP MMA Live. Apparently, I was subscribed to the wrong channel. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for his lives, because his channel, his community is world class. Live. What happened to my thumbnail? That's fucking annoying. ITP has 2 channels. Yeah, it's I know he has like a really big channel, and then he has a live channel. Because I'd seen his main channel before, and I occasionally watch some of his videos. I mean, the guy does good shit, but I didn't know he had a live channel until like last week, I think. I need to sort this out for a second. Sorry if I'm a bit slow on the uptake here. I need to I had a thumbnail for this live stream today, and for some reason it's disappeared. Log in. Continue. There we go. I went to the effort of a good 20 seconds to get my thumbnail ready, and they've just spoiled it. It's probably not going to show now, but fuck it, we'll give it a go. Sorry, boys, just give me a quick second here. Fucking hell, that's annoying. No, there we are. That's 20 seconds of my life I'm not going to get back. Do you know what I mean? So I need to get that up and running. Desktop thumb. As usual, it's goddamn amateur hour out here. YouTube Studio. It might be a little bit late in the day to change the thumbnail. Once you've gone live, you're basically fucked. But let me see. Might as well give it a go. Oh, you see it's showing now? What the hell? Why are you fucking with me, man? Go back to desktop thumb. Is it this one? Yep. Oh, that's why it's done it. Okay, save. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to jumping on ITP stuff. I'm going to be jumping in on his live chats 100%. Because I think he streams at different times than me as well. So I'm definitely jumping on. I see musical MMA's back as well, which is sick. That guy's disappeared for ages. So guys, while you're here, I wanted to talk about this Twitter beef I got into today. Now, for some reason, people seem to think that Alex Pereira is ducking Muhammad Ankalaev, and I wanted to know what you thought about it. Because I was literally arguing with this I assume he's Dagestani, because he was very passionate about what he was saying, and he jumped straight off the bat saying I was he just made things very personal very quickly, and I tend to take the bait very easily because I'm quite childish. But yeah, do you think Alex Pereira is ducking Ankalaev, and that he's jumped on the Yuri fight because he thinks it's an easier scalp for him? Personally, I think that's fucking nonsense, but actually the other one was better, wasn't it? I'll do this one. That's a bit bigger. You mean soccer, let's go. Ours is football, yours is football. Typical American scumbag right there. Also, if you guys have any ideas for like your locks of the card for tomorrow, I'm very intrigued to hear that shit. Because I need some ideas. I am I am struggling. I don't think I'm going to bet on the main event, so I'm kind of stuck for options. Let me see what we've got here. Just while we're floating about. All right, so see, even Maziko Costa, Nerdy Mbeke is a tough son of a bitch. It might be worth betting on the Indian guy because if he can make it to the final, if he can make it to the end of the third round, he's definitely winning, even if he gets his ass whooped. Asu Almabayev minus 500 with Jose Johnson. I'm not touching that either. Garrett Armfield versus Brady Highstand. I can maybe go for some Garrett Armfield. Miles Johns versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. I don't know. I'm going to wait to see if you guys can give me some suggestions. For sure. I think I've come to terms with the whole cancellations thing from yesterday as well. I think now that the dust has settled, I'm like, do you know what? The card is like secretly better. I know there's going to be a lot of pissed off fans, but I do DSDA on that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think now that the dust has settled a little bit, I'm quite chuffed with how things have turned out. Like I said, we've obviously got Diego Lopes on the card, who I'm a big fan of, and you think so? I think Douglas Silva de Andrade is really good. Let me see what his last Douglas Silva de Andrade. Yeah, this dude is experienced as well. Who's his last fight? So he beat Cody Stamen. He lost to Saeed Nurmagomedov. He beat Sergei Morozov. He lost to Laron Murphy, which is no shame. He beat Henan Barao. But that was in 20. Man, that was in 2019. I guess he's been kind of active. That Miles Johns fight is going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger. I think that one's a shoe-in to go over 2.5 though, so I might do something with that. That might be my go-to. I think that's what I'm going to be doing on this card. It's going to be a lot of over and under plays because I don't like the looks of I'm finding it very hard to pick winners. Like I do think Alex Perez is potentially going to beat Tatsuro Taira because I don't think Tatsuro Taira's stand-up game is that good. So I'm a bit worried about that. But he looked much improved in his last one, so I don't know. How about Timothy Kuamba and Lucas Almeida? I don't really love the look of that one. There are very few fights. This card is going to be super quick. Timmy Kuamba. Twilight. Yeah, this dude is jacked. Let me see. Yeah. Balaji Oki he lost to in his last one. Yeah, I don't love that. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's no clear. I feel like obligated to make a bet on this one because there is nothing's going to draw me to this card unless I put some money down. For sure. I might not even watch it if I don't bet on it, and I pretty much watch everything because I think there's boxing on. Is Tank fighting tomorrow? If it's on at the same time, I'll probably get drawn into that. We'll see how it goes. I'm basically looking out at this point to see if ITP MMA goes live. I don't want to miss it this time. So yeah, after thinking about it long and hard for the last 24 hours, I'm very happy with how the UFC 3. I think they've managed to like salvage it. I'll put it that way. I think it was looking like an utter disaster, and they've managed to pull it out of the bag. Like, people are going to shit on that main event, but it's at least going to be a good fight. Like, if there was even the slightest chance that Conor was going to go in there injured and just get starched out again, we would never see him again. So I'd rather that he takes time to heal up and comes back. If you're Chandler now, you're probably fucking suicidal though. I'd imagine he's probably in the midst of like some serious rage right now. I feel like they were trying to like goad McGregor into. I think McGregor had probably decided weeks ago that he wasn't fighting, and then Chandler coming out and saying, "Oh, he never pulls out," and the UFC not saying anything. I think they were probably like just down on their knees in the background. But I think it's bad form on the UFC's part to still keep selling tickets during that time. I mean, I know they suspended them for 24 hours, but I think making it look like he was going to come back and then selling more tickets in the interim when they knew there was a very strong chance he was going to pull out was dirty on their part. Because I said this yesterday, but like I know that obviously the laws in Vegas state that you can get a refund if the main event changes. But like, who's going to do that? They're basically going to put up with it. So the whole thing's just fucked up, in my opinion. They've really dragged their reputation through the mud in the last few months with their antics. Last year, really. It's been shocking stuff. Absolutely shocking. And they've kind of had it coming. Will Conor even fight again? I made a video about this. I made 2 videos about this, actually. I made a video about it a year and a half ago, and I said he's never going to fight again. And then I doubled down, I think, in like February, and said he's never going to fight again. I honestly think he won't. I think we're more likely to see him in BKFC than we are in the UFC. There's obviously the issues with the contract and whatnot. I know he's got 2 fights left, but I don't know. I personally don't think. I mean, if you were him, would you fight again? I've talked about this with Mikey several times. If I was Conor McGregor, I'd be on a boat right now doing coke and getting a blowjob. I wouldn't be thinking about fighting. If I made that much money, why am I going to go in there and get my fucking head smashed in? I'm not. Or risk it. Like, there's no point. He's won 2 world titles. He's not going to get anywhere near there again. What's the point? You're balling. You got into the game probably to make money. I mean, who gets in the game for the love of fighting? Very few people. You'd have to be pretty psychotic to do that. I think he doesn't fight again. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, do we know to like what extent, like how bad his injury was? Like, is it a serious enough one where it's going to keep him out for 6 months longer? The thing is that I really despise Michael Chandler. I think he's creepy, but like even I feel a little bit sorry for him in this situation. But also, he's stupid for waiting this long. He's very, very stupid for waiting this long. So it's kind of on him. Like, I've got a little bit of sympathy for him in that he finally looked like he was going to get it, and then now it's fucked all over again. But he brought it on himself. You don't wait 2 years for nobody, especially when you're not getting paid more for that fight. It's ridiculous. He's probably going to get the same money as in his contract that he was going to get. And I'm sure Michael Chandler gets decent money, but it's all on him. The thing that's weird to me, yeah, is so they have moved Ian Gary and Michael Venom Page back to the main card. That's at least something, because I was hearing yesterday that they'd moved it to the prelims, which to me was like, what? And I don't know why Mayra Bueno Silva and Chasson's on the main card. Which is wild to me. And makes no sense. That fight is pointless. It's crazy. No, Jay. No. No. Like I said, I learned some valuable lessons yesterday. You almost got the N-word out of me. I'm not falling for your tricks anymore. I'm wise to it. I might be naive and gullible, but I learn. And like I said yesterday, I think if I say it in my British accent, I don't think you're going to get the same reaction. I don't think you're going to get the results you were hoping for. Jablomi is a sick surname, though. Like if your surname is Jablomi, you've got to take full advantage of that. Yeah, so as far as Conor McGregor goes, I just think he should fuck off now. Like, there's no point. I think he should have fucked off ages ago. Have a good night, Jay. Good to see you again, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was very much on the thing of like McGregor should never come back, and hopefully this will seal it because I've been done with him for a long time. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck. I think he should just be a man and come out and say it. He should just come out and say, I've got enough money, fuck all of you. Try and get his way out of his contract and then maybe go and fight in BKFC because he's got, like I said, he's got like a minority stake in BKFC. If he goes and fights over there, he's going to make bank. And the thing is that if Mike Perry gets in there and gets destroyed by Jake Paul, BKFC is going to be fucked. They really need him to win that fight and win it convincingly. Or at least not get starched. Which I'm going to not lie, with the size disparity, I'm very worried about that one. I think Jake Paul might knock his head off. I sincerely hope I'm wrong about that, but I don't think I'm going to be. I really don't. By the way, if you're joining in from Twitter, try like and subscribe. That'd be sweet. We're slowly creeping towards 750. How are we doing, Chris? Good to see you again, brother. How was your Friday panning out? And how are you feeling now that the dust has settled a bit about all these cancellations and rebookings and stuff? I'm in quite a positive place about it. To be honest, I'm very satisfied with that outcome. 303 is a better card. I mean, the Saudi Arabia card took a little bit of a hit, but at least people can shut the fuck up about Chimaev now. I've been calling this guy a fraud for the longest time. So now even his own people are turning on him. Is even his biggest nut riders they've got nothing left to say. I know he got sick and whatnot, but it's just one fuck up too many. Good to see you though, Chris. Hope you're doing well, my man. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on tonight. We'll see how things pan out. And like I said, I'm hoping if ITP goes live at any point, let me know because I need to jump on and see what this guy's about. Being a solid, bro. How was the trip to London? It was wank, mate. It was fucking wank. Basically, I've got a trip planned to Spain in the summer. We're going to Spain and Germany, and let's just say there was some misinformation about when we turned up to the embassy, it was rammed, and you needed an appointment. So it was an utter waste of time. And then we ended up going to this like exhibition about Tom Hanks and the moon landing, which was kind of interesting. I've always thought the moon landing was a load of bollocks, but to be honest, having seen that, I'm like 50-50 on it now. So I guess it was worth the trip for that. Because it takes me an hour like to get into London from where I'm at. So and I didn't really get much sleep last night because I was here with you degenerates until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it was a rough trip, but it was kind of worth it for the moon landing stuff. I learned a little bit. And like I say, I might have different opinions now about whether the moon landing was a total load of total bollocks or not. Because I've always maintained that it was. Not that I have anything scientific to back that up. I just thought the whole thing was a bit dodgy. But they definitely managed to get me on the fence again. So there was that. That's tough, bro. At least you know the moon landing was definitely real. Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what it was? Yeah, the reason why I always maintained that it wasn't. Yeah, this is going to sound like a really stupid reason, but like the Apollo 11 spacecraft just didn't look like it was suitable to get, to manage a flight on Earth, let alone across space. And I was always a little bit like, how are they communicating with the Earth like on a minute by minute thing in 1960, whatever it was, or the early 70s? Like, how are they basically doing a phone call from the moon? So that's where my skepticism came from. And when I saw all that shitty gold tinfoil, I was like, nah, they look like they did this in their backyard, you know? And why haven't they been back to the moon in the last 50 years? These are the questions I was all asking. But apparently they're definitely going back to the moon for real next year. So we'll see what the differences are. We'll see if it ends up being an expose on the whole thing. But like I brought my little son with me, and his first word was actually moon. So when I saw the exhibition was going on, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like kids made it in a school science fair. That was exactly my opinion. Like my kid is turning 4 in August, and he could make a better fucking model than that shit. So I've been skeptical from the jump. But yeah, like I said, his first word was moon. So he's always been fascinated with stuff like that. So oh, nothing. Yeah, so seeing him react to the stuff, and it was like this massive exit. It was basically like a movie screening that had Tom Hanks as the narrator, and it was like in this dome type room where they had massive screens everywhere, and they were showing like interviews from previous astronauts and whatever footage they had, and they were talking about, and it was a very diverse crew for 2025. I need to add, not a white gentleman in sight. So I thought that was quite interesting. I couldn't help making snarky comments about that as well. I was like, I know we live in a new day, but you can throw it's all right to throw one white guy in there. You know what I'm saying? But it was like the most diverse astronaut group possible. No, but it was interesting. It was interesting, and like I said, seeing how my kid was reacting to it, you always get a buzz off that. Like just seeing them in awe. It's like, all the things that I used to be excited about as a kid are obviously gone. I get no nostalgic feelings, but now that I can see him enjoying certain things, it's pretty sweet. So it's worth it for that. I wouldn't, and again, Chris, I'm not going to say it's definitely real, but my opinion has definitely it's back open again. I'm back on the fence. Whereas I would firmly take the piss out of it at every opportunity. But also one of the things that kind of made me skeptical is, when they said about how there's no wind. I'm going to be on for a while. Yeah, I'll probably be on for the next couple of hours. Maybe I'm just going to sit here and just whoever turns up and wants to talk shit, I'm down. One of the things I was skeptical about is, they said there's no wind on the moon. They showed like a video clip of that, and the flag was rumpled, but it was still, and there were guys jumping up and down. So I was like, where did this theory come from? DC said if Alex Pereira wins at 303, he would be on the superstar level of O'Malley, Izzy, Jones, and I'm going to be real with you, yeah. We made a video on Monday. We pre-recorded it, asking, and I released a video today, so you can see it on my channel where I asked like who should be the pound for pound number one. I think it should be Alex Pereira. And if you see that video, yeah, I think I made a pretty good case. For it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's disappointing to me that DC said it, because that guy is just, I can't listen to that dude. He's just he just looks like a fat ball bag now. I literally cannot stomach that guy. I find him very annoying. And I was a big fan of his during his MMA career, but hearing the guy talk and just watching him get massive boners over anytime somebody wrestles, and then try to justify why a wrestler's won the round when they've been smacked up a bunch of times and then get control time, it pisses me off. So now DC, I'm not as big a fan of anymore. DC looks like a club penguin. Space is sick. Always been super interested in the kids. Scares me though. It's like, do you know what? Yeah, another thing that came about that, Chris, is when they were showing the spacecraft launching off and going off into space, obviously, and they had like a image here of obviously the spacecraft going across Earth before it took off. And what is really, really scary to me is how big the Pacific Ocean is, because it went across the land and it managed to get over it in like 2-3 seconds, and it took another 20 seconds to get over the Pacific Ocean on that side. Because I've always wondered, yeah, why flights don't go in that direction. Question answered, man. This planet should be called water. It shouldn't be called Earth. Like, it's crazy. Like, that really freaked me out. I was like, God damn, like, no wonder they don't know what the fuck's going on in the ocean, because Jesus, man. Obviously, I know the ocean's big. I'm not completely retarded, but seeing it from that perspective, I'm like, wow, man, that is crazy. Like, it dwarfs how much land we've got, obviously. I mean, you know that already, but just seeing it in proportion like that was crazy. I've never liked DC and fake nice guys like him. It's the same issue that I have with Michael Chandler. I think the guy might be a serial killer. I seriously believe that, like 10 years from now, I've said this multiple times on stream, and I'm going to keep saying it, like, some dark shit is going to come out about that little balloon animal. He is way too wholesome in public to be like, there's no way that's legit. He definitely beats his wife up, or is like a serial killer or something. There's something off with that guy. Or yeah, my theory is he's in the closet. That's another one. It's going to come out in years from now that he's been like, you know, meeting people in the park at night. Or dogging in the park at night. There's definitely something off with that guy. Nobody is that wholesome and then for a living goes and tries to kick the shit out of people. There's no way. And I've made enough comments about his creepy opinions on adoption. Guy's just a weirdo. How you doing, Black Betty, by the way, man? By the way, Black Betty, I wanted to say, man, thanks for the raid yesterday. I didn't get a chance to properly thank you before you headed off yesterday. Really appreciate it. And if you could let me know as well when ITP's going live, because apparently I had the wrong channel subscribed to. So I'm just waiting for this guy to get live again, and then I'm going to jump on and obviously thank him as well. And yourself for giving the channel a boost yesterday. That was really appreciated. Because we have been like slowly building a community here, but to have that many characters in the chat in one evening was, I'm still very much at that stage in my YouTube journey where I'm like, God damn, man, this is like, when even I have 4 or 5 people in here, I'm absolutely buzzing. I get 1 subscriber and I've still got a chubby going. You know, it's awesome. That's why I'm had a pissed Connor not going to KO that fool of a thing. Yeah, I was supremely confident that Connor was going to knock him out Because I think stylistically it's the perfect matchup for him. Because Michael Chandler is very dumb coming from music. Yeah, I saw Musical was back. He's doing a live gig in a pub, right? It was good to see him going again. Nice to see you, Aaron, man. Great to have you back. Yeah, it's good to see that he's back doing his thing again. I was worried something sinister had happened to him. But yeah, I was very, very confident that Chandler was going to beat his ass. Well, Black Betty, I followed you here. Good to see you, Crystal Miller. Appreciate you turning up. Yeah, I was very confident that Connor was going to knock his little midget head off, but sadly, we're not going to get to see that now. At least for the next 6 months, if it happens at all. I mean, I don't really care that much. I said it enough yesterday. I'm not that bothered, but yeah, fuck it, man. I don't trust people like Chandler. You can't be that nice with everybody, everything and everybody. Don't trust overly. But 100%. 100%. Oh, we got a musical raid going on. God damn. I'm loving it. Yeah, Aaron's a regular, man. Aaron's a regular dog, man. I like I tell you, like some of you guys, man. Yes, what I'm saying. You're the ones that make this chat work. Nice to see you, Mooty Wizard, as well. Sick name. Musical says, "Stop talking like a bad man and ting." If I'm talking like a bad man and ting, I'm doing a very bad job of it. Even me saying ting is very uncomfortable. Like you're gonna get no bad man tings here. How you doing, Cheddarhead? We up in this beezy. Man, these raids are a new thing to me. These raids are definitely a new thing to me. What was our musical MMA's good gig like? Was it a good one? I've been waiting for him to turn up on live streams again, and he finally comes on, and I'm doing my own thing on here, so I couldn't even watch it. It rolled off the tongue. Yeah, I'm a natural. Musical raid be hitting different. Great gig, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back later on tonight and give it a watch. Loads of fat women. When I tuned in at the bit, well, I tuned in for a couple of minutes. It looked a little bit quiet, but that doesn't stop him from doing his thing. Like I've seen a lot of his like street performances, and he's obviously got a lot of talent. So rolls off the ting. I had somebody else come in and try to get me to. I almost had another N word moment this morning. Sorry, this at the beginning of this stream, I almost got caught out. Some chick was saying, "I need someone to dance with me." So Musical got someone to dance with her, and he goes up and just kisses her. Holy crap! Brighton's wild, man. Don't know if you guys have ever been, but there's no rules there. There's no rules. It's fucking wild there. Oh, the old river jumping, sweet man. I didn't realize this was a daily thing for you, but now I'm starting to understand the game a little bit. Good to see you as well again, Cheddar, and yeah, Crystal, you're always welcome. It was a cougar too, like was it? Because I am gonna go back and have a look, and you know I like to judge the females. You know I got no shame. I mean, people judge me enough. I should be able to give some back. I love me a good cougar. To be honest, I'll pretty much bone anything. So cougars are definitely on the menu. WMC is unfit. He must have grown some fucking gills by now. He must have. He spends every day in there. How you doing, Musical? It's good to have you back, man. I thought you were dead, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I thought something sinister had happened to you. Would you bone John Jones? You see, I'm struggling here. I might do for the experience to say I boned John Jones. I'm not ruling it out, to be honest. How old are you? I'm 40 years old this year. I'm 40 in October. Musical, why you make me raid this Kuma? I'm not ruling it out. I know I eat too many burgers and probably close to death. Do you know? I was because you're such a regular here. I was like, damn man, what's happened to Musical? I know you moved recently, so it's we're the same age. That's sick, man. You look 30. Thanks very much, Saturday. I appreciate that. No, I'm old as fuck, bro. I'm old as fuck. I'm an old no diddy. Yeah, man, I'm 40 this year. I was born in 1984. What a magical year that was. Yeah, I'm old as fuck. Yeah, tell him I'm 6'5", because like I don't mind what I can rock up in stilts and suspiciously long trousers. I'm willing to take one for the team. Yeah, musical. I'm gonna go back and watch the live gig. I heard it was a banger. Also being lazy, bruv. Do you know what? Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for you because like I've only been doing live streaming the last couple of weeks. I was born in October 1984 as well. Um, yeah, man. I don't know how you could do it every day. It's wild. Like because I've been doing it the last week and a half, say, and obviously it's great for interactions. You get the community going, but like sitting there for that amount of time, like, bruv, you were my go-to in the evening. Like I'd stick you on and just you were my pre-sleep stuff, and it's like it was fucking up my week not having you there to go to. Yeah, I did jump in for the first couple of like for the first 15, 20 minutes, and I saw that the pub was quiet, but you were still doing your thing, man, which is sick. So yeah, I need to but yeah, it's but man, I got a lot of respect for you being able to be that consistent every night, because I struggle sometimes. Like fortunately, when you got a good chat going like this, it makes a big difference, because obviously you don't feel like you're just talking to dead air. You got people to interact with, so it's good from that perspective. It's made it much easier having people from different communities pop in, because it's less fucked up. Then it's um like because certainly in the beginning I was talking to myself most of the time, or having one or two people in here. Yeah, nice one for giving. By the way, that thanks for bringing that up, Western, as well. There's another Australian streamer called Dougie's Corner. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's very close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. Really great channel over there. I've popped it in there. If you look at the chat, he's a good one to go to as well. Regular uploader as well. So give him a shout. And by the way, musical, thanks for being such a sport as well, and raiding this channel, because the last 2 days have been like a fever dream for me. I've been like, God damn, there's people in here talking. And the conversation yesterday, bro, you missed like we had the midget yeah or no section, which was, I don't want to say it was the most bizarre conversation we've had on here, because we've had some wild ones, but yeah, MMA go. I'm not. I'm wise to it now. You're not gonna catch me out. Yeah, so we had like a midget yeah or no section. It got fucking dark. It got fucking dark yesterday. Yeah, I've really been trying to do the live stuff a little bit more. I'm trying to kind of change the shape of the channel a little bit, because we obviously release a lot of videos on certain topics, but they don't get a lot of traction. So I'm trying to change things up a little bit and just get the community stuff going, because obviously guys like you and even Dougie inspired me to do this a little bit more, because it's better. It's better being able to yeah, Ingram and Oscar Willis, we were talking about their midget adventures. But yeah, if you're here new, I hate saying subscribe and all that shit, but unfortunately it's necessary. That's what we're here for, kind of, as well. Yeah, no, I've been messing around, bro. I'm a total amateur, you know that, but like using Restream just makes the whole thing easy, because you get the little graphics and whatnot. Bro, I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. So obviously using Restream just does everything for you. It's pretty easy. I know, with all like the little captions and all that kind of stuff, because I can't be fucked to do anything like that. Like do that myself. Thanks a lot, Saturday. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks as well, Crystal. Are you watching the Euros? I watched the Scotland game today. Well, I watched the first half, and then obviously when Scotland were getting reamed out in the first half, I didn't watch the second. It was obviously over, but it seems like I missed a little bit as well. I'm definitely gonna watch some games. I always bitch about the Euros and act like I don't care about it, but then when they come on, I'm game. I always jump. Oscar, bruv, you like I didn't know about Oscar Willis's antics until your video, which is I've watched that video several times. Like I did Mo. Um, yeah, the Scotland game was brutal. Oscar got them Turkish teeth now. Fuck off. You didn't. If you don't remind people to like and subscribe on all tough, we could lose you. And I hate to say it, but this is better than watching crazy ladies do stupid stuff and read tarot cards. I appreciate that, man. It sounds like the bar's pretty low though. Yeah, the World Cup just slaps differently. The World Cup just slaps differently. I mean, the Euros is fine. The thing is, there because I grew up in England, but I'm basically Irish. So like, and we suck. So it's gonna. The thing is, yeah, it's gonna be Germany. Germany at 4-1 isn't bad. They're at home. 4-1 is not bad. But if you've basically got Germany, Portugal, and France are probably going to be the ones who are going to win it. England ain't winning shit. We're a nation of losers. Italy's not a bad shout as well. Italy's one of those teams. Yeah, they always look in recent years. They haven't looked as good on paper, but they just know how to win. And obviously, they won the last one, and nobody was expecting it. They got a really good manager as well. Like I would say, them and Germany have the best coaches by far in the tournament. Like not even close. Because usually it's like dead managers that take up. That's the thing. Genuine team ethics. Italy have experience, like, and they always know how to defensively get things done when the tournaments are on. They're a very good tournament nation. But Germany are going to be interesting. If you can get Germany at 4-1, England ain't winning shit. England suck. They're losers. Yeah, Italy can park the bus, score a goal. I would say Italy and Germany. A lot of people are picking Portugal, but they got that idiot. Roberto Martinez in charge. I don't know how that guy keeps getting jobs. But yeah, I would definitely. A lot of people are on Portugal, but they are fuck that. I think Italy and France are always dangerous. So yeah, fuck England, bruv. Losers. I gave up on them years ago. England being favorite is like betting on James Victor with a belt, bro. I'd put more money on James Vic winning a belt than England winning anything in our lifetimes. They're just losers. See, Spain aren't that bad a shout as well. I think Spain. I'm not as keen on them now because they've got like their team isn't what it used to be, and again they've got another donut in charge. So I don't know. I'm thinking like I like musical shout of Italy. And because Germany are at home, my 7-year-old son for some reason is supporting Germany. I'll tell you something, yeah. Germany's kit though, I love that white kit. I think that's the most stylish kit out of any international football kit. Like I've been tempted to buy a Germany kit, but I don't want to give off the wrong vibes around here. Because there's a load of white racist people around here, and I don't want to be walking around with a Germany kit and thinking they can come up and talk to me. I don't want to give off that vibe. I don't want to attract the wrong kind of friendships. Because I'm definitely not that guy. But yeah, no, it's I always complain about it, but I'll watch. I'll probably watch every game. Is England the national team full of Pakistanis? That's the cricket team. There's barely any English like like white English men in the cricket team. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can say that. I'll just put it up and I'll just highlight it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna say it though. I'm trying to be extra careful in here. I've almost been caught out multiple times saying controversial things on my own. I don't really need any help with that, you know. But that's what you do. If you want to win at cricket, you get Indian or Pakistani dudes in there. It's just the way to go. It's like how if you want to win at national football, you get those Brazilian kids in early, you give them a passport, and then you ship them off somewhere else so that they don't have to learn how to play the game in England. And that's the recipe to success. We should have been doing that years ago. What is Chandler doing now? Brother, he's probably beating up his wife. I know that guy is dodgy. Indians and Pakistanis are the most untalented people in the world. I don't agree with that. That's what I'm going to say officially. I'm very tempted to bet on Jubilee this weekend because I feel like win or like even if he gets battered for 15 minutes, he's going to get the decision. That's what I think. I think he's a lock just because he's Indian. There's clearly an agenda going on. Yeah, Chandler is just a creepy little bellend, a creepy balloon animal. I've never liked Michael Chandler. And his record in the UFC is shit. You think Chandler beats his wife? Bruv, I don't know if there's something dodgy with that guy. There's something wrong with him. Nobody is that corny and real. I've said it. I've been saying it the whole time. Nobody is that corny in real life. There's no fucking way. That dude is way too corny. He's 2-3, yeah. And the thing, if you think about his 2 wins, yeah, he beat Dan Hooker, which was a good win, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people have beat Dan Hooker. And then he beat up the fucking corpse of Tony Ferguson. I don't count that as a win. Yeah, America are in the I don't watch cricket because it's lame as fuck, but they have they're in the 2020 series or whatever that is. Apparently that's a little bit more exciting. But yeah, and apparently they're doing quite well. They beat Pakistan the other day, I think. Who are supposed to be really good. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know anything about cricket. I used to play it a little bit as a kid, but like I was bored playing it, so watching it's a whole nother ballpark. He was clear, yeah, he lost the first round against Ferguson as well. He just did. He was getting touched up. I mean, the finish was incredible, but Tony Ferguson he's a corpse in there. I mean, you saw how he looked against Nate Diaz. It was horrible. That's the thing about Chandler. He's a meathead and an idiot, but at least he's fun to watch. I'll give him credit for that. But clearly, the only reason why he's getting the Conor McGregor fight is because the UFC clearly thinks he can beat McGregor. He was definitely lucky to finish Ferguson. He was getting touched. He was getting touched. I think UFC 3 on the topic of UFC 303. It does suck that Conor isn't fighting because we're gonna have to wait another 6 months of bullshit with him and Chandler. And I stopped caring about it a year ago. But I think the card is better. I think the card is miles better. I didn't really care about Hill and Allberg anyway. Not bothered about that at all. And then Anthony, so swapping out, basically Allberg should be fighting somebody like Smith at this stage of his career. He was getting far too much of a jump up anyway. So Smith is kind of makes sense for him in the rankings. And we get as I've said multiple times already, we get fucking Diego Lopes on the card. He's just savage. And I think doing Conor and Chandler at the Sphere is a good idea. I just don't think they will. I think they want to take advantage of those Conor McGregor gate receipts, so they're definitely going to have it in America. I think it would be ballsy to put it in the Sphere to launch that as a venue, but I don't think they're going to do it. I really don't think they're going to do it. I think the card's way better. Let me see the prelims actually, because I haven't actually checked it. UFC 303. I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. Let me see what's on there. Hang on a second. Have they put... No, hang on. Is this correct? This is wrong, right? I'm going to throw this up in a second. Hang on. Let me just skip the gay porn tab. I don't want you guys to know that much about me. They've got Ian Gary and Michael Page on the early prelims. That can't be correct. That definitely cannot be correct. And Andrei Arlovsky's going to make another $500,000 for being the if you see Andrei Arlovsky's if you see his contract, it's insane. He gets like $400,000 to show, and he's going to be opening up the prelims. Good on him. So that's all right. Preliminary card: Charles Jourdain versus Jean. Peyton Talbot's fighting. That's all right. Cub Swanson and Andre Fili's actually a good fight as well. You're right. Actually, the prelims are actually a lot better than I thought. I don't know what the fuck they've got Bueno Silva and Chiasson on. I think this is wrong. I think this card, there's no way that MVP and Gary's on the early prelims. That is bullshit. There is no way. Yeah, I'm assuming that he's on the main card. I think I saw a screenshot of it on Twitter earlier that made more sense. So I think they've got let me double check it. They've got Joe Pyfer and Marc Andre Barrio is going to be the main event at the prelims, and then Ian Gary and Thingy on the main card, which makes way more sense. Then I mean, the thing is that you got to have a few lesbians in there. You know, you got to get that representation in. Dana's Insta post. That's the thing. I don't even use Instagram. I'm not an Instagram guy. I don't really like the layout. Don't anybody believe in Google anymore, bro? They had that, bro. Yes, last week in Google, yeah, they had blended the two cards together from last week and this week. So Google's been. That's how much they cared about this card. They were just like, fuck it, let's not separate it. Let's just smash it together. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't really to be honest, yeah, like I'm the kind of person who's a sucker. Yeah, I use Twitter to get a lot of the initial information, and a lot of times it's just people talking shit. But the thing is, when you do what we do on here, and you're talking about MMA pretty much exclusively, like even if it's total bullshit, it gives you something to talk about. Google is kind of horrible, isn't it? Yeah, Google is dog shit, man. But yeah, to be fair, UFC 303 is a lot better than I gave it credit for. Like that, those prelims are very good. It is a good card, and I think it's just got better now. Like I know people are pissed off about the new main event, but and a lot of people are coming off on Twitter saying that Alex is ducking Ankalaev, which I just think is hilarious. Nobody's ducking that guy. But aside from that, I think the card has got a major boost. I think it's a much better card now. Insta fell off once TikTok came. I don't fuck with TikTok either. I think it's shitty. I'm not really into like like I said, I'm an old man, man. I'm not into shorts. Yeah, Alex should duck Ankalaev just for the meme. It's funnier that way. Johns versus D'Andrade. Nice to see you, Larry. That's been elevated to the co-main for this weekend, yeah. By the way, while we're here, yeah, if any of you guys have some suggestions for this weekend in terms of what you would do for locks, because I feel like I need to make a bet on this card just so I can watch it. But I'm not like I literally do bet on every card, and I'm stuck, man. I got no idea what to bet on this weekend. I feel like there's landmines all over the place. But yeah, I agree with this. I think they should just keep trolling him because Ankalaev has definitely been offered the fight multiple times. So to say that he's being ducked, the fact, I mean, Yuri and Alex are both crazy. If you think those guys are ducking anyone, you're mad. I reckon if Dana called up Alex Pereira and was like, "You're fighting a bear on Saturday night for the title," he'd be like, "Let's go." He seems like that kind of guy. And Yuri, I mean, that autistic motherfucker. He's definitely not scared of anyone. I bet $1 on Reese KO, Rosas Jr.'s son, and then Mavov KO won 57 quid. Jesus, man. I love those £1 bets. Just throw it into the wind and see what happens. Yeah, the odds on that one must have been crazy. Like the Reese KO one wasn't the Reese KO and the Rosas Jr. one. Um, I would have probably. I don't really do prop bets, but like they're pretty good. But I definitely wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done a Mavov KO. Like I was all on board of him potentially winning the match, but I didn't think he was going to KO Cannonier. I mean, you must have been very happy with that stoppage. Like I also thought that stoppage was way overhyped as well. I mean, the guy turned around and ran away, and then was falling all over the place, and it didn't get stopped straight away. I didn't think it was that bad a stoppage, but I seem to be very much in the minority on that one. But yeah, I need some. Yeah, Peyton Talbot is going to get knocked out brutally. Who's he fighting? I find that he really impressed me against Cameron Simon. I don't think I'm going to be betting against that dude. Yeah, I think Imavov was in control. I did pick Cannonier to win, I'll be honest, but I didn't bet on it. I wasn't that confident. Let me see what we got. I definitely might put Jubilee in because I think he's going to get a robbery one way or another. I like Mazikel Costa. Sarigi versus Weston Wilson. He's got to win. Weston Wilson's terrible. Jimmy Flick and Nate Maness is going to beat Jimmy Flick, surely. It just feels like landmines all over the show, mate. Make some polls for the prelims to see who people's got. All right, so I'll start off with what's the first? I mean, Josephine Knutson versus Palastri. Does anybody even know who those people are? Do you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to put a poll up, and then whoever you guys pick, I'm going to put into a parlay, whatever it is. So you've got a chance to really take the piss here. Let me just hang on. So I'm going to do it fight by fight, and then I'm just going to stick it into a parlay. Let's make this interesting. So you guys can either completely troll me. Let's have a look. All right, so I'm going to start it off with. I'm not going to do Knutson and Palastri because fuck that. I don't bet on female fights unless it's over 2.5. So we'll start with who wins, and then we'll do Costa versus Nerdy and Beke. And that will be the first one to line up. Let me see. Nerden Beke. Let's do that one first. And see how it goes. I'm like 0-7 in my last women's MMA picks. Everyone is, bro. Everyone is. My philosophy on women's MMA picks is never ever bet on the favorite. Never. Card is so dog shit tomorrow, but they can cut. Hang on. But they can cut every fighter on the entire card, and I still wouldn't mind at all. Yeah, I wouldn't be too bothered. And now that they've taken off Aliskerov from the card as well, it went from a 2 to a 1 instantly. All right, so let's see how we. All right, we've got. Oh, I see that you guys are being. I see that you guys are being quite genuine here. You've all. So we're gonna. All right, I'll stick. I'll give it another couple minutes. Female fights are awful. Female fight. All right, it's looking like it's gonna be. It's looking like it's gonna be very heavily in favor of Costa. So I'm gonna stick Costa on there. I'll give it another couple of minutes. Yeah, women can't. I've got two philosophies on women. They can't fight and they're not funny. And until somebody proves me wrong, I'm gonna keep that opinion strong and proud. Oh, Van versus Tagir got cancelled. Oh, it's a 0. It's officially a 0. I didn't notice that. Why has that been pulled off? What the fuck is going on? What a week. There's been something in the water this week, gentlemen. Thing is, yeah, I don't even think I'm based. I just think I'm an arsehole, mate, to be honest. I'm just a cock. Tagir missed weight. He's done that before as well, you know. He always looks sheepish when he gets on the scale, the fat bitch. That's disappointing, though. That's disappointing. There better not be any. All right, so I'm going to go with. It looks like we've got 12 votes in. Let me have a look. I'm just going to double check on this before I go into it. Yeah, Costa gets 83%. Nerdy and Beke is a threatening guy, so I get the. I'm not too upset about people picking him. I think he's all right. All right, let's go for the next one then. We'll do is there any point in doing? Let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. We'll do who wins. Who wins? We'll do Sarigi versus Saragi, sorry, versus Wilson. Let's get on that. Now, bear in mind, we've got some really good Indian bias going on right now. So I think regardless of what happens, yeah, that's real. Yeah, it's only 11 fights now, and it starts at midnight. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. You know, I'm not staying up until the crack of dawn for that dead card, and I'm definitely not doing a live stream. Fuck that. Puja Tomar, yeah, that was the worst robbery. Let me see. Sarigi it is. You guys are legit giving me. You're not trying to troll me right now, so I appreciate it. I'll let that go for a little bit. I'll let that ride. Let's see. Well, 99% of them can't fight, and 98%. That's very generous of you there, sir. I've got to say. I've never met a woman that can make me laugh. Not that I need them for that purpose. At least next week's card is good, regardless of Hamzat pulling out. The card is all right. Like the Saudi card and the Abu Dhabi card are shaping up to be decent cards. My take on women is that they aren't emphatic enough. They aren't empathetic. Emphatic. Is it empathetic or emphatic? I'm sorry if I'm being retarded right now, but I might need to double check that one. Even Joe Martinez deserves the night off. This card is so shit. Yeah, Joe Martinez is oh my god. That's another guy that I'm not too fond of. His voice is shit. I don't understand why he has a job. He literally makes it less of a hype listening to that guy go off. Yeah, Puja Tomar, like the reception she got in India made it more pathetic to me because she did not win. I thought she did okay with some of them sidekicks, but she definitely didn't win the fight. All right, so we're going with Sarigi then. All right, we'll go with Sarigi. So next one, Jimmy Flick and Nate Maness. Let's go for that. Fuck it. I'll stick that on if you guys are. I mean, Jimmy Flick is dangerous and Nate Maness is a minus 500. I don't love that. I do not love that. Start a poll. All right, who wins? I need to just copy and paste this because I'm lazy. Who wins? I literally am going to copy and paste who wins so I don't have to type it again. Flick. Maness, start poll. Hang on, this is my brother calling. Give me a second. Hello? Yeah, what's going on, you old slag? I'm actually live right now. Can I call you back later? Sorry, man. Yeah, no problem, man. Sorry. No, it's all right. You're right, though, yeah? Yeah. I just want to see how you are. I missed your call the other day. No, we're all good, man. I'm fine. I'm probably gonna pop by yours tomorrow. But I'm literally live in front of some real degenerate scumbags right now, so I better get back to them. Sorry, man. All right, bro. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah, join in and get in on the banter. It's nice and live. All right, bro. Cool. He's smashed. All right. So we're going Flick. Oh, Flick. Do you know what? Yeah, fuck it. You guys have been solid today. Let me see. I'm gonna stick Flick on. Fuck it. He's a heavy underdog, but I'm gonna go for it. All right. So we'll let that one ride for a second or two. Sorry if I'm missing the chats here, guys. That was. Let me get back to I'm gonna be awake for it. I'm getting home from my gig at 8 a.m. I'm definitely gonna creep on you one day, bro. I'm definitely gonna come down to Brighton one day. It's not too far away. Here, let me make you laugh just once. As a woman, the best period joke is the end. Get it? The end of the sentence. I don't get it. You got to understand, I'm kind of stupid. They don't empathize. They don't like. Bro, I'll be real, I hate women. I've said it. I've said it. I have said it. On matches, sometimes go for over. I never do overs. I always do overs. I never do unders. All right, Weston, have a good one. Yeah, try not to drown, bruv. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I understand the the whole life sentence thing. I'm not going to get into it now because I don't want to get my bollocks ripped off. But let's just say that an error was made when it came to marriage decisions. So we're legit going. All right. So let's just up to date with this poll then. So we're going with Jimmy Flick. All right, I'm with you. All right, so I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna do high stand and arm field. Let's go for that. All right, let's go to. Sorry if this is amateur hour right here, but I'm not really used to doing this shit, and I'm very slow. So we're gonna go high stand and arm field. High stand, arm field. Start poll. There we go. My marital situation is complicated. I'm gonna put it that way. It's complicated. The thing is, if you can, like, if you want to try and get my marriage situation out of me, you got to catch me on a live stream when I'm drunk and the gloves are off. That's when usually I come out with things that I shouldn't be talking about. Let's just say it's complicated. But life sentence is definitely a good way of describing it. Whenever anybody tells me they're going to get married, I strongly advise them against it. Playing nice now, playing nice. Yeah, the arm. Let's see how we're doing with this one. Oh, we're going arm field. Okay. Hey, let me help you out. Don't read this out loud. Women are crazy, and that should be enough said right there. They're not so much crazy as in that like they're evil, and they're all the same. I don't care if that makes me sound based. It's just how I feel. I hate a lot of them. I wish I was gay, but unfortunately, I'm not really a lover of the old sausage and dumplings. You know what I mean? It's not really my. It's not really what I'm into. Sadly, that should tell you everything about my experience. The fact that I'm real gutted that I don't fancy a bit of sausage. You know what I mean? It would have made my life a whole lot easier. Actually, probably not. Probably not. That's bullshit. Yeah, gutted, mate. Absolutely gutted. I hate them all. I'm basically like asexual now. I'm lucky with my partner. She's perfect. Yeah, I can see you guys have a good vibe. It's another reason for me to be jealous of you, to be honest. Don't get in a relationship with someone you choose. So how would it work in that situation? Like the thing is about females of me, they always manage to trick me. They always manage to trick me. And sometimes it's like a years-long process where they spend years pretending to be something else. And then boom, as soon as they get a key to the gaff, everything changes. Once they've got that sock drawer in place, you're fucked. That's my experience. So yeah, you should have found a disciplined Asian with very bro. Bro, I've tried that, bro. You think I haven't tried that? You have no idea the experiences I've had, sir. They're all the same. We had a very similar conversation about this yesterday on stream, and I'm like, first of all, yeah, I'm just going to be direct with you guys. I'm an Asian only individual. That's just how I've rolled since I was like 20, but I've still managed to fuck that up. There must be something about me. Maybe I'm too nice. You're probably not getting that vibe from me right now. You're probably thinking, wow, this cunt must be impossible to live with. And maybe I am. But yeah, man. Let's just say I'm a bit jaded. I'm a bit jaded. I am definitely getting married to a fine Irish lassie one day. I need a D Devlin. Yeah, D Devlin sounds like she looks like a saint, to be honest. I mean, she's letting a guy who, first of all, he hasn't married her. She's pumped out 4 of his kids. She's letting him simulate like blowjobs in the middle of a club and isn't getting in a huff about it. That to me seems like the perfect woman there. And she isn't bullying him into marrying her, despite the fact that it's, he really should have by now. I hate to say it, Sophie, you sound like a victim of narcissistic abuse. Now, narcissists can read each other victims very well. Quit putting out some of those traits to someone who's been taken. Oh, the thing is, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I've got no defense for that. You didn't drown. Welcome back, bro. I'm always worried when you go off because I'm not sure how fucked up you are when you jump in there. So I'm always nervous for you, man. I've got no defense for that. Is it Crystal or Miller? Or do you not care? Taking advantage of a victim for the second time is easier than finding a brand new person to break down. If that's not based, I don't know what is. You seem like somebody who definitely belongs in this community. I'll put it that way. The thing is, I'm going to get a lot of shit down the line for the stuff that I say here, but the thing is, I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't care. Because I never plan on getting like sponsors or anything like that anyway, so I feel very happy being free and saying whatever degenerate shit I feel like. All right, so we've got... Sorry, I'm just going to check up on the poll here. Armfield. All right. I can identify with other victims of narcissist abuse because I've been there, man. So you have an Asian kid. Yes, I do. Well, obviously he's half Asian. That's kind of how it works. Somewhat. All right, so I'm going to go... What did I do? Garrett Armfield. Garrett Armfield is now securely in the parlay. All right, next one is Kuamba and Almeida. Kuamba and Almeida. Hang on a second, lads. Sorry if I'm being My kid is 4 years old. Or he's turning 4 in August. Kuamba. And my son is a ball breaker. Like he's a great lad, but he runs the show. I'm not a very good dad in that way. I'm kind of like I'm way too soft with him. I'm way too soft with him. I'm not a very good disciplinarian. Where's your kid at? He's upstairs sleeping. This is why I come on so late. Because like there has been 1 or 2 occasions when he's running in the middle of a live stream and then just like smiled at the camera and done some wild shit. Like I didn't meet the mother of my child in the UK. I've only been back in the UK for the last 2 years. I was abroad for ages. So I've lived all over the place. I was in Qatar, I was in Thailand, I was in China, I was in the Philippines. I've been all over the place. I've lived everywhere. Trick is to be stern from the moment they're born, and they'll always know the boundaries. The thing is, like I don't mean to get deep here, but my my like, this is what Cheddar had saying here. This is what I'm saying. Like my dad had a bit of a heavy hand. Let's put it that way. I mean, he wasn't in my life that much, but from when I did know of him, he was a bit of a violent motherfucker. So my approach to children is way different. Like, I'm just like, it's overrated. It's a bit overrated. I'm just not the I'm not the disciplinarian kind of type. I'll be honest, yeah, my son walks all over me. And it's really bad. It's really bad. I need to fix up because it's going to be bad for him. I'm going to let this one slide for a little bit. I'm literally just going to, this is going to be the Friday night. I might do this on a regular basis, just a Friday night community parlay. I'll just do an overall, like, boom, a parlay of I'll let you guys make the decisions for me. Right now it's looking like, let's have a look. Oh, Almeida's getting some love in this one. That's quite surprising. But like I say, I've got to roll with it. I've got to roll with the group. I've got to be a sheep. No, yeah, of course. By stern, you don't mean. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Musical, yeah. I'm not even stern. You're 100% right. Yeah, I should have laid. The thing is, yeah, I'm quite consistent in how I deal with him. Don't get me wrong, but like, I tend to like let him have what he wants most of the time, which is very bad because he's getting quite spoiled. But I need to fix up, honestly, because it's getting to the stage now, yeah, where I'm doing some like irreversible damage to him. Like, I'm not helping him by behaving this way. It's just that I don't know. Like I said, I need to fix up, man. I really do. Because I know that what I'm doing is very detrimental to him. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it still can be turned around. The thing is, yeah, I'm going on like the kid's a monster, and that he's absolutely not. He's the sweetest, like, loving kid. But like, there's definitely evidence of like a little bit of spoiled nature coming in there, and I've got to turn it around. If you just let the tantrums, if you just allow the tantrums, it's going to mess up their social skills. Yeah, the thing is, with in regards to the tantrums, what I do is I don't let it. If I say, for example, that you can't have something, and he throws a tantrum, I don't then just give it to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll stay firm in that regard. So he knows, he's starting to understand that the tantrums don't work. But like I said, I'm just soft, man. I just damn, I can't help it. I can't help it. But I know it's something that I definitely need to fix up. And I mean, I know you weren't talking about hitting, but obviously that's something that I would never do. Because I think if they learn that that's the way that they get disciplined, then they do it when they're in school or wherever, and I don't want that. When I was 4, I would shit on the floor and rub ass in the carpet for cleaning. Yeah, you deserve to get slapped up. I take it all back. You earned that ass whooping. You fucking earned it, son. Let me see here. All right, who we got? Okay, we're going to throw Almeida in there. All right, so we got 2 more. This parlay is already looking fat. No, it definitely is. Like, the thing is, I'm a 40-year-old man. Yeah, I should be, or I'm a nearly 40-year-old man. I should know these things, but like, really and truly, I've still got a lot to learn. But at least I'm open to I'm open to growth. I'm definitely not the finished article as a parent. I don't think you ever become the finished article as a parent. And if you think you are, then that's when you're really fucked. All right, let's go for Silva de Andrade. We're almost at the finishing line here, boys. Silva de Andrade. Silva de Andrade. And Johns. Let's go for that. Da, 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 da. Yeah, Din Thomas is another guy that I think is a fucking twat as well. Yeah, man, I'm 40 this year. I was born in 1984. Apparently, Musical and I share the same The same birth year. A musical looks pretty young as well. We're obviously doing something right. I'm old as fuck, man. I'm telling you. Can't you see by how I'm leaning? Yeah, my back is finished, man. I've got like all kinds of weird, creaky injuries. If their last name has Silva or Almeida, I usually pick them. Bro, you don't, bruv, you don't look much older than me, and you look happy in your life. You got no face wrinkles. I've got a little bit of like the I've got like the dark eyes and the crow's feet in the corner of the eyes, and I've got a few grey hairs coming through. But to be honest, yeah, I'm lucky as fuck here because every man in my family was bald at like 22. So as much as people make fun of my comb over, I'm still surviving. I think grey looks distinguished though. Like my brother's got grey hair, and I think it looks distinguished. He looks quite I'm not gonna fight against it when I go grey. You're not gonna see me with the Just for Men kit getting out. Aaron's got some very mature opinions. Like when Aaron was first up in the chat, I assumed he was in his 30s because you've got some mature opinions. Yeah, I picked it on the name. By the way, any of you who see Aiden Burns in here, that's actually my brother. Nice to see you in here, bro. Yeah, the grey hair is distinguished, man. I love the grey hair. I'm definitely not gonna fight it. Bro, like I said, musical, you've got some very solid I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate the flooding because like honestly, that's one of the best things about your channel. Your community is fucking solid. All of my siblings are around 30, 40 though. What's it like being so are you the youngest then? Exposing my grays. I could have gone worse. I could have gone in worse. But I did say that I like it. I did say that I like it. It looks sophisticated. I have like, but I was Aiden. I was saying this as well. Yeah, like we're lucky that we still have hair on our heads because, like I said, every member of the family that, especially on our mum's side, they're bald, ugly bastards. A lot of them. So we just got ugly rather than bald, which I'll take. I started going grey at 23. Yeah, like fully grey, or was it just streaks? I have grey chest hairs now too. Oh, it must be from diving in the river all the time, though, man. Maybe there's something in there that's a bit, I don't wanna make you nervous or anything, but maybe that's what's going on. But you go with the shaved head now, Weston. So you don't really have to worry about it. I don't think there's any problem. I'd be way more devastated over going bald than having grey hairs. I'm telling you now, if I go bald, I'm going straight to Turkey and getting some plugs immediately. It's the only thing that I'm gonna be devastated about. I'm not gonna do anything with my teeth. I'm not that vain. But when I lose the hair, straight to Turkey, bruv. Yeah, my sibling that's closest to me in the age of 26, he's already graying. That's the thing, yeah. You must be paying close attention to your siblings because it's like a window into the future of what not to do and what to do. You've got the advantage. Yeah, bro. I'm not plucking. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm not into grooming at all. I mean, look at me. Like, I'm not down for the grooming. But if I'm telling you, I mean this. When the hair goes, I'm gonna disappear for like 2 weeks and come back and look. I'm gonna look different, and you're gonna be like, you're not gonna be able to put your finger on it. I'd rather be bored than pull my hair back than you do, to be honest. Bro, it was a lose-lose situation. You're either getting the comb over or you're getting the hair pulled back. I'm not cutting my hair again. Like I said, my hair's gonna go eventually, and while I've got the chance to grow it long, I'm taking it with both hands. We all look young though, so I think I'll age well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's always positive. So when my uncle came to town the other day, and he looked like a dusty old ball bag. And I was looking at it thinking, oh man, like, Jesus Christ, this is what I've got to look forward to. Hopefully he's not watching the stream. I doubt he is. But if you are, sorry, Frank. It is what it is. You tell them they look good to their face, and then as soon as they leave, you're like, fuck me. That's just the way it goes. I'm a snake. All right, so we've got Silva de Andrade seems to be the popular opinion. All right, we're chucking Silva de Andrade in. A lot of underdog picks. Right now, I'm at -6. I'm at -6,700. So if this comes off, you might be able to get me to retire twice. All right, so the last one, we're going to do Tatsuro Taira. I'm interested to see what you motherfuckers are going to say about this one, because I am really not sure. All right, who wins? Taira and fuck, who the fuck's he fighting again? You can clearly see I've done my research this weekend. Tatsuro Taira. Perez. Of course it's Perez. The fuck's wrong with me? Perez. All right. This isn't going to be the last poll of the day, but this is going to be the last chance for you to fuck my money up this weekend, so take advantage. I've heard if you, like, I think this is bullshit, but I've heard if you pluck out grey hairs, like 5 more grow in their place. Gen X is aging better than the rest of the world. Yeah, I mean, I have a very simple philosophy. Just, moisturize, and stay away from the sun. It's a simple thing. It's a real simple thing. I don't do UFC, bro. Silva sounds like he's from the favela, so I went with him. That's true stories. He definitely is. When in doubt, just go for the Brazilian fighter because they're hard as nails. Oh, we're back with the Stormzy or Skepta. I mean, I don't really listen to either of them. Because like I said, I only listen to old, I stopped listening to new music in about 1996. But I'm going to go Skepta. Because I've seen enough of Stormzy around, and let's just say I'm not too, he looks like a bit of a wet wipe to me. So I can't really give you any judgment on the music, if that's what you're going to call it. But I guess I'd go Skepta. Oh, NBA update. Who cares about that? So this is the last chance for you to fuck with my money. We've got, Tyra at 73%. He seems like the conventional choice. What were you listening to in 1996? I was listening to Tupac and Biggie, bruv. I grew up in a certain community. You know what I mean? Who is Harry Winkler? Harry Winkler is the Fonz, my G. Harry Winkler is a legend. I won't have any Harry Winkler slander in here. At least I think that's who it is. I might be wrong. Yeah, basically you were either a Tupac or a Biggie guy. For some reason, it was unacceptable to like both. We were acting like children back in the day because we obviously were children. But if you were a Biggie fan and someone like Tupac and vice versa, that was the end of friendships. Straight up. Yeah, Henry Winkler is a G. There's no hair. So we're chucking in Tatsuro Taira as well. All right, so let's see what we get out of this. So we've got a 7-leg part. So we've got Garrett Armfield, Costa Sarigi, Jimmy Flick, Lucas Almeida, Douglas De Silva de Andrade, and Alex. Why have I put Alex Perez in there? That's a mistake. Sorry, I meant to put in Taira. Let's change that. Tatsuro Taira. All right. So we're dealing with odds of plus 1,000, I think it is. Now the question is, how much trust should I put in you cunts? So apparently $10 will win me 1,000. That sounds pretty even to me. So I'm gonna do that. My app is trying to convince me to put $250 on that. That ain't fucking happening. I'll put down yeah. Well, I love Wu-Tang Kang as well. I changed my vote. Why are you fucking with me, bro? Let me see. As it altered it. No, Tatsuro Taira is the guy. All right, so that is locked in. $10. I think Perez is gonna win, but I'm not entirely convinced about it. Tupac, Biggie, or the Wu-Tang Clan. Your choices should put you in the poll after everything is done. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's play that game. I'm just gonna do Tupac or Biggie because, like, I mean, you could feasibly like the Wu-Tang Clan and either Tupac or Biggie and not get stoned in the playground for it. I almost put in. Do you know what? We're gonna keep it as who wins. Tupac or Biggie. I didn't think I'd be making a fucking poll like this, but you know, I have a feeling it's not going to be the weirdest poll we're going to have tonight. Well, Aiden, I know you're a Pac guy. AZ or Jay-Z? We could maybe do Nas. You mean Nas, right? This is going to be interesting. Oh, Biggie's starting to take away here. Wow. Pac shot the police. How you doing? How you doing, Anton? Good to have you in here. Again, if you're a new subscriber, also subscribe to Making the Walk MMA. He's my partner in crime on here. As homo as that sounds, I don't care. No Jones. Yeah, get over there to Making the Walk MMA. If you want to leave a link in the subscription, that'd be cool. Pac for the feels. I feel like the argument between Pac and Biggie is quite simple. Biggie was technically the better lyricist and had the better flow, but I feel that Pac made the better music, and that's where I'm at with it. Convince me otherwise. AZ is on Nas's album constantly. I liked Nas has aged much better, I think, because I would have definitely been on Jay-Z side, but with Jay-Z being doing the whole diddly thing, I know it shouldn't matter, but I would probably, in hindsight now, I would probably go for Nas over Jay-Z, but I would have fully been in Jay-Z's corner back then. There would be no Biggie without Tupac. That's a fair point. I think the thing is that the great thing about both of them is they kind of elevated each other's games. 100%. Like, I cannot convince you otherwise, but could you imagine if those two would have teamed up? Not to mention the remixes that could have come from the leftovers of those two doing music. Bro, definitely. Like, definitely. I mean, there was definitely a missed opportunity there, but the thing is, yeah, their whole stupid beef is what accelerated them into the mainstream in the first place. Nice one, Weston. Appreciate it, brother. So yeah, just putting a link up there for Making the Walk, another great MMA channel. And I'm really glad that Musical's back. That's made my day now. I'm gonna be tuning into that of an evening again when you get going. No Diddy, eh? No Diddy, eh? Bro, this is starting to turn into a non-MMA channel, which I'm all in favor for. AZ over Nas, Jay-Z over Nas. AZ was dope. See, my music taste kind of evolved after that. Like I said, I was more into people like Cunning Linguists, and I'm always, because I love RZA. I love RZA as a producer. I think he's one of the best ever. So I was into like Cunning Linguists and Master Ace and people like that. But music is trash now. Music over the last 10 years has been utterly shite. Slayer was better than Tupac. The new poster for 303 is actually not horrible. Do you know what is horrible though? The poster for 304 is absolute dog shit. Yeah, Nas has definitely aged better. But the thing is with Nasir, he put a lot more time into actually. He wasn't what I would call a. Obviously, he's a great MC, but like he was somebody who had to put a lot more time into it. Whereas like it's all, and I'm not as big on his flow as I am Jay-Z's, because for me, I'm a very shallow person. Yeah, I'm more into how the music sounds than lyrical stuff. Yeah, so it's yeah, I'm more in for the sound. I'm like a musical retard. Like I'm just in it for how it sounds, not for. I don't need to be moved lyrically. Like I don't need to learn any life lessons from music really. I just want it to sound good and to make me want to dance. I'm a simple creature out here. Yeah, the 304 poster looks like an NSYNC CD cover, 100%. Play some music, bro. I can't play any music. I can't play any. You know what, Western? When I start doing earlier streams, I'll put the music on blast, and I'll even dance for you, bro. I'll get the pole out. But it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. If my son wakes up, it's curtains for me. He's gonna be up all day. He's gonna be up all night, and then sleeping all day tomorrow. I can't take that risk. When I put music on last time, I could hear him like I was like, shit, what have I done? So as much as I would like to oblige you, I cannot take the risk on a Friday night. Who is dancing to bro? I can dance to anything. Don't underestimate your boy. I'm a diva on the dance floor. I've got mad skills for a white boy. And that's known. That is known. And I managed to pull it off with no ass. With my pancake booty. Yeah, but that 304 poster is ass. It is ass. Like this, the whole sideways. Like, let me just demonstrate this real quick, just to show you all what I'm talking about. Dance to Wu-Tang right now. Dance, monkey, dance. UFC 304 poster. Bruv, you could fully dance to old ODB. I know he's technically like, hang on. What happened there? Let me go back and get this stupid poster up, because I think it's one of the worst posters in UFC history. This poster is dog shit. Let me do a quick share. Again, I've got to make sure I don't open the gay corn again. I almost got caught out yesterday. It's just a terrible poster. I don't know what they were thinking. I think they're just trying to shit on this card as much as they can. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be local until 5 a.m. and here have this dog shit poster as well. And like it. Yeah, poster's awful. Laugh my ass off. I've got two left feet. Bro, I didn't know I could dance until I actually tried. I just assumed I'd be shit. And then the music came on and I was just a natural. I'm bad at a lot of things, but not dancing ain't one of them. Yeah, Wester, maybe we can get you singing live on stream one day. I'll be down for that. Anything is open on this channel. That seems to be the general consensus that white boys can't dance. Definitely not true. I like that I've got two left feet comment. Give me 3 beers and a line and I'll outdance Bieber and Usher. Somebody definitely should have got fired over that poster. That poster is dog shit crap. It is awful. Weston is a karaoke pro. I believe it. Weston looks like he's got some pipes on him. Maybe someday. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm definitely going to convince you to come live on stream one day. I'm going to keep goading you until one day you do it. You crack and do it. I'm going to keep going on and on. I've quickly realized, Jay, that like these live streams are not going to be MMA related whatsoever. And I love the fact that we're just talking about whatever nonsense comes up. I think this is a much better format. I might have to just ditch the whole MMA thing because it's just fucking whack at the moment. I can belt some Rolling Stones and mighty Boss Tones. You've got a good taste in music, to be fair. I've got to give you that. That's why I need to show up to music. By the way, yeah, I've got to show up to musical MMA more because like I can learn some shit from you guys. Sometimes there's too much MMA talk; it gets cringe. Yeah, fully. To be fair, yeah, I've learned to just let you guys take over because there's only so much you can say about MMA, man. It's like even like don't get me wrong, a day like yesterday was obviously an exception because there was so much going on. But if you're jumping on and doing a free 4 hour live stream and you're just talking about MMA, it gets fucking dead really quickly. Like even when I do live streams, for watch alongs, they're dead. I feel like I'm struggling to breathe, man. You get like 2 hours in, and it just becomes a slog. It feels like a war of attrition after about 2 hours in. And so many people are doing watch alongs now anyway, it's almost pointless. Now, there's only so much to talk. I mean, don't get me wrong, MMA is wild. There's way more to talk about in MMA than other combat sports, but it's like eventually you're just rehashing the same bullshit. And like I said, I'm like an open book. I'm happy to talk about any bullshit. I never had to knock on wood. Yeah, bruv, it's just like I said, it's good to just be able to talk about any shit. I'm like, and like I said, if you've been a regular on here, you know that anything can come up. Like if you look at some of the highlights yesterday, I mean, there was enough being talked about yesterday that could get me kicked off YouTube forever. Even though you know I should, yeah, it doesn't mean I ever have. Even though you know I could. Oh man, I'm not sure whether to go with Crystal or Miller if I should come up with a special nickname for you. I'm gonna wait to see how your personality pans out, and then maybe I'll just work something in. But no, I'm definitely happy I jumped on again tonight. This is gonna definitely be a regular thing. Crystal knows. Yeah, I don't think I can't swing a watch along tomorrow. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. Say I'm Farmer Crystal. Whatever floats your boat, brother. I'll call you Doris if it makes you happy. Whatever works. But yeah, fuck the watch along tomorrow. I might not even watch the card. Like Musical was saying it starts at 12 o'clock. I'm not really down for that shit. Like I'm complaining now and I'm definitely gonna watch it. But like, I don't know. If you're doing a watch along tomorrow, I'm gonna jump on yours fully. That's confirmed it now. I'm definitely not doing one. I'm just gonna jump on yours. Yeah, so you heard it here first, folks. Jump over to Musical MMA tomorrow for his watch along. And I'm gonna partake in the chat and just crack a few beers and just have a good time. And hopefully you guys will make me richer for the weekend. Watch to see who's wearing the biggest. That should be the prop bets. We should get some wild prop bets going. Damn, that means I actually have to do it. Yeah, man, you're roped in now. You're roped in. But I'm definitely going to be turning up if you do one. I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start doing forfeits for bad picks as well. Yeah, this, bruv, this. I know I say it over and over again, but I don't want you guys to underestimate the gratitude I have for the community. This building across all, like I said, it's Dougie, it's Musical MMA. Obviously, Musical MMAs is huge now, but I'm grateful for everyone who stops by, and obviously for ITP Live MMA as well, which is there's a lot of guys that came over from there, and I can't wait to see what I can't wait to jump on the next live stream for that because like I said, I enjoyed the videos on that channel for a while, and I did not know there was a live one, so I'm gonna have to dive on that at some point. 100%. Crystal sometimes gets jaded with doing farm chores. I hope you get to. The thing is, yeah, I've seen Sniff around. I've seen Sniff around because he's Sniff's another one who pops up in loads of different Sniff's the kind of one who jumps up in loads of different. I know he used to be on the MMA Gurus when I was there back in the day, and I've obviously seen him in Musical MMA as well. Sniff's a character, man. I've been mod for a day and organized 2 raids already. You're the man, Black Betty. You've literally like I haven't seen traffic like this, ever. Mind you, I've only been doing lives for like 2 weeks now, but you are definitely the MVP. Nah, Sniff is selective. Is he? I know I definitely, maybe it was a different Sniff, but I know I used to see him in MMA Gurus, if it's the same Sniff. And he had like a photo of a dog, I think. His profile picture's a dog. I don't know why I remember that. Maybe it's a different Sniff. But there was definitely a guy who used to operate in and I'm talking about back in the day, like, because I was in MMA Gurus live chats like 5 years ago, and I used to see, like, I'm pretty sure I saw like Cheddarhead and people in there as well. But yeah, I've been listening, bro. Oh man, my marriage advice is simple, bro. Don't do it. Never do it. In fact, never move in with a girl. Never. And also, yeah, again, a quick reminder to people: get over to Dougie's corner. Dougie, how far are you away from 1,000 subscribers now? You must be very, very close. Every time I check in on you, you're fucking killing it, bro. You are killing it. I'm like the based. I'm the based Brit. I guess you can call me a Brit, and Dougie would be the based Aussie. So you get all kind of flavors. Yeah. So get over to if you Dougie, if you want to drop a link in the if you want to drop a link in the stream, you're more than welcome. Yeah, man, just stay away from females. Don't let them move in. Don't let them get too comfortable. Keep them at arm's length. And once that third conversation's come in of can I move in, that's when you just change your number, block and delete, change the locks to your house, just ghost that shit and move on. That's my advice. And I'm not even joking. I don't say things on here to get reactions. Or I'm genuinely this kind of asshole. Like, I'm not even pretending. 100%. That should be. I should get a tattoo of that. Don't trust anything that practices bleeding for 7 days a month and won't die. That's one of that pretty much sums up the entire situation. Maybe try a dick out or two and see if you can go that way. 60 today. The man, you're so close. Wait, do you mean you got 60 today? You're 60 away. Dougie's corner. Mate, you're definitely gonna smash that by. You might even smash that by the end of June. You might even smash that by the end of June. Dougie's corner. Let's have a look. Not yeah, mate. Or even better, you're like 56 away now. That's mad. You are very close. I think for most people, yeah, who start live streaming, like the 1,000 seems to be that benchmark you just really want to get to. Nice one, Aaron Tats, you legend. Nah, man, the shout outs are well deserved. Like I said, I enjoyed your channel before I got to know you. So, and I'll never forget you, me, and Weston being in that chat just by ourselves and talking shit for like 3 hours. That'll always hold a special place in my heart. That was a fucked up conversation if I've ever had one. But none of this is an act, my friends. I am genuinely this much of a prick. It's just who I am. Yeah, you are getting ball achingly close, sir. I reckon you hit it by the end of June, definitely. Like maybe musical can give us an insight, and same to you, Antoine. Like when you hit that 1,000, it must be one hell of a feeling. Because to be fair, I was stuck on 500 for the longest time, and like there was a point where I was like, oh, nobody's really watching. Like, should I keep doing this? But obviously, I never really was going to go through with it. But yeah, as I've said this multiple times. Even when you get one more subscriber, it still gives me that buzz. It's like, yeah, someone's watching and gives a shit. It's cool, man. Vagina won't let me do that. Yeah, fair play, fair play. Like, unfortunately, vagina is just too fantastic. I've got to be honest. That is the problem. That is the problem. And I did, I used my prostate exam as like a measuring stick to see if it was if I could go that way, and it's definitely a no go for me. Unfortunately, that was an experience I'll never forget. Yeah, it's only 500 subs. Well, the thing is, yeah, I've said this as well on stream before, but I got asked to monetize back in January, and I just don't want to do it. I've been trying to hit 3K for like 3 months, keep hitting it, then losing subs. Like, that's the thing. People start trolling when you get to certain benchmarks. You're like, oh, 3,000. Oh, no. Over there again. Oh, no. And people are just there laughing, just subscribing and unsubscribing. But 3,000 is fucking crazy, man. I'm probably going to be 50 by the time I get to there. But to be honest, yeah, it stopped being about subscribers for me a long time ago, which is why I very rarely like plug it too much. I'll say it every now and then, especially if there's some cool people in the chat and they just want to do it. But I try not to push it too much. I'm not really that, because I'm never going to monetize. So I'm not really that bothered. As long as I've got this kind of thing going on where people are jumping in, that's sick enough for me, man. But yeah, hitting 1K felt so validating. I bet it did. It just looks nicer. Like having 3 digits on your subscriber count. I know I just said it doesn't matter, but it kind of secretly does. It's a bit like, but like I said, I still get buzzing off at everyone. Yeah, you get good weeks and slow weeks. Like, it's like with the videos for me, man. I haven't figured it out. Like, I've had videos that go over, that I think are bullshit videos, and they go over 1,000 views, and I'm like, why? And then I'll put really hard work into a video, and it will get like 10 views. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I'm not even trying to understand it, to be honest. Like I said, it's got to the point now where it's more than worth it for me. But yeah, I definitely appreciate every single one of you rolling up in here. So that parlay is locked in. Let me see if you can see it on the screen. So just so you know, I'm not talking fucking bullshit. Let me see if you can see that. I don't know if the screen's going to be too bright, isn't it? Let me try and turn it down. Maybe that'll help. Maybe you can see it there. Hang on. There we go. Oh, it's all mirrored. I guess you can kind of see it. Sometimes you just need to get content out. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I've been in the process of like, so for the last like 3 or 4 months, I've been basically releasing a video every day. So what we do is on a Monday, I'll sit down with Antoine, who's obviously the making a walk MMA, and we sit down on a Monday and we'll hash out like 5 or 6 topics to talk about. But that's the thing with MMA, things are constantly happening. So more times than not, we'll whack out like 5 topics on a Monday, and then by Tuesday morning, 3 of them will be irrelevant because something's changed. So I try to do things like very general and just see how they go, and then I just release a video a day just to keep consistent. But now that I've been going live, I'm going to try and do it a lot more. Yeah, whenever I do a song video, they hardly get any views. It's funny how it works. But yeah, we'll definitely jump back to because I'm going to jump over to yours musical as well when you jump on, because I'm going to try not to keep it too late tonight. Because it felt like with you musical, you were streaming like you were live streaming pretty much every evening. And when you disappeared, I was thinking, shit, man, what's happened to him? That was a bummer. Honestly, for me, having an MMA channel has made MMA way more fun. I feel like I finally have friends that are into MMA. And bro, that's exactly why I got into it in the first place. Because I've said this multiple times, but like nobody in the UK that I know gives a fuck about MMA. They think it's gay corn, and I get the piss ripped out of me for it, like constantly. Like, that's gay, bro. They're just rolling around in their pants, fingering each other's bumholes. That's what they say to me. Yeah, I felt like I didn't stream every day, maybe 4 days a week. it kind of felt like it was getting to like every day at a certain point. But I only became aware of your channel a couple of months ago. I think it was Western that shouted you out. Western's really good for that. I probably wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for Western at this point. I did get consistent and used to stream 7, 10 p.m. most days. Need to get back to that. Yeah, because I mean, I think you've got the kind of following now where when you get back on it, people are just going to jump back on. But there's always that concern if you stop uploading or if you stop streaming, that people will just, because there's so many people doing it now. It's very easy to become like, it's very easy to fall off really, really quickly. But I can understand why you get jaded as well. Because doing that every day is tough, man. It's tough. So apparently Biggie has won the Tupac versus Biggie quite a landslide as well. That's surprising. Crazy that musical unmodded me. Yeah, I don't really find the whole modding thing to be that big a deal. It's cool though. Like, it's a nice little power trip, I guess. Because you do get dickheads that come into the chat and they're just there to take the piss. So it's nice to have people in control where they can just dash people out at a moment's notice. I haven't had to ban anyone yet, fortunately. But those days will come, I'm sure. Biggie is the boss. Fully. I still listen to him every now and then. Oh, here we go again. Is this like a running theme here about the modded thing? I didn't because I didn't realize it because we got into it yesterday about like Rigo and the whole like into the whole Rigo and MMA guru thing and the doxing. I didn't know anything about that. Maybe people can shed more light onto that situation for me because I saw musical. I saw that you'd mentioned it a couple of times in your stream about how there was some tension there, but I didn't know it had gone that far. Because doxing's I don't know how the fuck did Rigo even get into a situation where he could dox the MMA guru? Like how the fuck did he get to that? Like how did he find out that information? Like is it like a hacking situation or was he just close to him? Because the MMA guru doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would give out personal information like that. I mean, I think very few people are aware of what his real name is. Rigo is a rap. Westy hasn't slept a full night's sleep ever since musical took his wrench. Yeah. Yeah, the same for Aussies is just footy and cricket. There's a lot of crazy, weird people out there, man. 100%, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm kind of used to it now because obviously having operated on Twitter for the last year, I get people that go real personal. And especially now that they can make I had a guy that messaged me on Twitter. We got into an argument. Again, it was a Dagestani. I think he was from Turkey. And I think I said something about Islam Makhachev or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he went onto my YouTube and was taking screenshots of me and putting them all over Twitter saying that I look like I'm... What was the word he used again? Inbred was the word he used. Which is ironic from someone coming from his part of the world. But yeah, man, people are fucking wild. I've never really known anything about Rigo. Like I've seen his videos pop up every now and then, but he's not for me. He's not my flavor. So I've never really watched anything he's done. But this is the consensus I'm getting, that he's really salty and a bit mad. Did you watch Ruotolo's MMA debut? I did. I watched a lot of one. Did I tell you about the Daggy fan that DM'd me yesterday? Bro, I've been in a war of words with a Daggy fan all day today. I don't know why I indulge. It's because I was on the train kind of going back and forth from London today. So I had a little bit of time to get into things. And I basically said that Ankalaev wasn't ducking what's it called, Alex Pereira, and that's stupid. And this guy just started making it personal. And this is still going on. I'm still getting messages about it now. Dude, you fucked hard. Realize what Alex says doesn't mean it's true, right? Alex avoided every grappler so far for a reason. Only grapplers face Yan a split decision. You're a retard, fuck face, fuck off. This is what I've been receiving all day. And I don't know why I'm indulging it. I mean, the guy's spelling is atrocious. You know, that always turns me off. And he ends every message with fucktard, as in F-O-K tard. The Turk from the chat we did was weird too. Yeah, that guy was a weirdo. I think it was the same guy. I'm pretty sure it was the same guy. You just get weirdos on here. The thing is though, yeah, you obviously realize when you go on when you make yourself a public, when you put yourself out in the public, you're gonna get people that are just gonna say fucked up shit. Unfortunately, I've got really thick skin, so I don't really get. In fact, I find it funny. Like he went from making the MMA Guru Sigma edits to pinning MMA Guru's name and address on his live streams. Wow. Like for me, there's very few times when I'm like a line can be crossed, but doxing to me, especially when people on the internet are fucking bananas, to dox someone, I think is just that's going too far. That's going too far. What a prick! I didn't realize. Like I mean, I've obviously found out about it yesterday, but that's going way too far. Daggy fans hate Fizayev now because they found out he's Shia Muslim. I'm shocked. It's Shia and Sunni, right? That's the two sides of it. I don't really know what the difference is, to be honest. And I don't give a fuck. Damn, I keep missing crucial moments on the stream of the stream, for fuck's sake. Yeah, things move pretty rapidly around here. But yeah, musical. I was talking about the whole like Rigo and MMA Guru situation because I didn't know anything about it until yesterday. Like I'm not really that familiar with Rigo. Like I saw that he'd obviously popped up, and I know that I always saw Rigo as like an MMA. You know, the guy who do like Guru clips. He's that kind of guy. So I didn't really pay much attention to him because I saw him in the live chat every now and then, and I know he was modded at some point. And then he started making his own content, and I was just thinking, oh, he's just a coattail rider of MMA Guru. Why am I going to watch this guy? And then it turns out there's been a whole load of drama that I missed out on, and I love a little bit of drama. I'm all for it. I have a clip of Rigo watching Guru talk about him, and Rigo legit bites his lip when Guru mentions him. Oh, that's fucking cringe. I fucking hate clout goblins. Worst kind of people. The worst kind of people. It's kind of why, like, when I first started this channel, I didn't go on camera because I'm like, I don't really want people knowing me. Like, but then I quickly realized that if I don't do it, the channel's going to go nowhere. There's a lot of nuance with Rigo that people often forget. Like I said, I'm completely ignorant to the situation. Like I know very little about it. I only really knew about it because somebody brought it up in the chat yesterday. I don't know how it came up. You know how these conversations tend to flow, and it was just, yeah. Like I'm not saying I don't know of him because I do. Rigo tries to get other YouTubers cancelled if Guru shouts at him. He sounds like a little bitch, to be honest. Rigo 180'd on everyone. That's basically all that happened. Yeah, because it seemed like Rigo was getting a lot of traction. Like I knew that much about him. Like I was never into his content. Not that I can say I ever watched it. But it seemed like he was it's best not to really talk about him. Rigo taking the woke angle was fucking hilarious. I'm getting more and more turned off by the sound of this guy the more and more you talk about him, to be honest. As you can probably tell, I'm not exactly a woke campaigner. So yeah. I mean, not in the sense that I'm like I have hatred towards certain groups and whatnot. I just don't like the whole movement. Like I'm very much a be who you want to be kind of person, and you should not be judged for that kind of thing. And I don't usually talk shit about YouTubers. I think it's all just a waste of time, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all down for a bit of drama every now and then. But I fucking hate MMA Joey. Don't even get me started on that fat cunt. That arrogant pissant really pisses me off. I despise that guy. I despise that guy. I have no idea why he's so popular. Rigo was getting traction, then he surpassed the people that helped him and was like, fuck you to anyone that helped him. Clinically insane stuff considering and that's the thing, man. This, like, the fact that people are so fluid between, I mean, even my channel, which is tiny, and like the community that's on here is very, very tight knit. Certainly the ones who are regular. And it just seems like a weird thing to basically essentially bite the hand that feeds you. It seems like a very weird approach to growing you. But this is what I'm saying. Like, it's funny, yeah. When you get to a certain level on YouTube, a lot of people get an ego where they suddenly think there's something big. Bro, you're turning the camera on and you're just talking like that. There's no sense in getting an ego from that. It just makes you come across as a dickhead, especially if doing it changes you. That's the problem. Like I said, I don't really know too much about Rigo, but the general consensus that I seem to be getting back is that he used to be one thing and now he's something else, and that's a shame. That's a shame, but that's probably as far as I'm going to go on the drama. I'm going to make a vid about Vigo once I can afford a new PC. I'm definitely going to be watching that. After all I said about drama being a waste of time, sign me up. I'm all over it. It's just weird. It's weird. It's a shame. Yeah, that was sort, like I said, I don't really watch Guru that much anymore. But towards the back end of when I stopped watching him too much, I know that he'd often shout him out and stuff, and that's when I saw him pop up, and I was like, oh, who the fuck's this guy? And like I said, I don't know too much about the situation, and I don't really care. But it is a case of just enjoy the community for what it is, and don't get your head up your ass, because you ain't nothing, buddy. For your information, Mavs are beating Boston's ass right now. Well, they were due one. The amount of lies that Rigo tells about me is also insane. Is there anything particular that really pissed you off? Let me check on this NBA game real quick. Oh, damn. Up 18 already. If you guys could be the only team in NBA history to come back from 3-0 down, that would be legendary. And it's not impossible because, like I said, we were like the Warriors were 3-1 up on the Cavs, and nobody had ever come back in NBA Finals history from 3-1 down. So anything's possible. And the Celtics are natural bottle jobs. So if anyone's going to bottle it, it's going to be them. Yeah. It sounds to me like Rigo's somebody I've got to stay well clear of, because I'm not into that petty shit. Cannot be fucked. Musical, when are you going live? Of course they are, Western. It's too far gone, but I'm holding out hope. None of his lies pissed me off. The biggest one was he managed to convince Guru that I doxed Guru, only to 6 months later actually doxed Guru himself. Bro, like that's bizarre. Like, yeah, that's fucked up. Again, I don't know how he could, because he seemed, like I said, Guru seems to be very, very careful about who he is and where he is. I mean, obviously everyone knows he's in London, but like I said, I'm not too involved in it that much. I don't know how close this guy has come to bumping into people in the street or whatnot, or I don't even know how you would dox someone. I assume it must be some kind of hacking situation or some other fucked up shit. He was just trying to get me out of the way because I have decent relations with Guru. Yeah, that it sounds like he sounds like quite petty and jealous by the sounds of it. And I'm not just basing this on what you've said now. I've had other people since yesterday. It was very active in the chat yesterday saying like, fucking hell, he's a very sort of like a bitter kind of guy. I'm gonna go live as soon as the last buy guy leaves, and he's legit just faffing sick. I'm definitely gonna jump on. Jax. Yeah, never happened. Teams down 0-3 of a record of 0-150. I mean, that speaks for itself. But I think there was a certain point where in NBA Finals, teams that were 3-1 down had never got it back. And the Cavs, to my complete, I was fuming about that. They managed to do it. So It's highly unlikely. Like it's as unlikely as things get in basketball because it's kind of known that it's not just in NBA Finals games. It's pretty much in any playoff game. If a team goes down 3-0, they're cooked. But if it could happen, it's gonna happen eventually. Like nothing stays the same forever. Yeah, Boston almost came back from 0-3 down last year. When was that? This waddling geezer. I love how you apply pressure, Western. Nobody does it like you. Nobody does it better. Highly unlikely, but Juliana Pena won a belt, so you never know. It's a good point. Let me stick up musical MMA's thing here as well, because I'm definitely going to be convincing. You're back to 2.99k. Someone is definitely fucking with you, bro. Someone is definitely fucking with your life. Still though, 2.99k is fucking solid as anything, man. Mate. I'm probably gonna fire off a massive nut if I ever get to 1,000. Just as soon as it goes over, I'm just gonna. True, if Raquel Pennington is champion, then Mass can easily come back down 0-3. Oh god, Rocky's all right. Rocky's all right. I mean, she shouldn't be a champion. It's embarrassing, but still, she's not that bad. It's more of just the fact that bantamweight is the worst division of all time. That's more what it has to do with. Boston has Peyton Pritchard committing war crimes on the court right now. Aaron, I've been at that for weeks. Bro, you're definitely gonna go to 3K and beyond. It's just a matter of time. The Mavs, we're acting like the Mavs have won this game. It's not over yet. Hopefully, fucking Doncic doesn't foul out again. Musical, you're one vertical busk stream away from 3K. I need to go back and see your live one today. I'm gonna have to find some time tomorrow to stick that on while I'm doing something, and just see how that went. Cheds, I don't want to rely on vertical streams to be. What is a vertical stream? Sorry to sound so ignorant. We can also convince some of Ronan's viewers to hop on streams too. Yeah. Because I noticed here, like a lot of people are kind of Ronan's another one that I forgot to mention as well, because a lot of people do cross stream between his and I see very similar people in Ronan's and in yours musical as well. I see very similar people popping up, which is just awesome, man. I'm glad you guys have the time to do it. Man, nah, this has been another cool night. The two back-to-back nights have been fucking sweet. Vertical streams are what trans women do. So I'm just basically waiting for you to go on. I'm basically waiting for you musical to jump on, so that everyone can jump over to yours. This feels like shift work right now. So what is that? I mean, what does it involve? That's the thing with viewership. Yeah, I'd rather slowly build up over time and have people that are going to come back and be part of the community than people are just going to come and go, because there's no point. It doesn't do anything for your channel if you've got dead viewers. Like, if people who just subscribe and they never watch the videos or they never watch the live streams, it's literally pointless. Like, I made that mistake when I first started out on YouTube. Like, I obviously asked like a whole bunch of friends who weren't interested in MMA, "Oh, just subscribe to the channel," but if they're not watching, there's no point. It's literally a waste of time. Oh, the live stream that you can swipe to another stream. Oh, I got ya. I got ya. I got ya. I'm still getting Twitter abuse. Fucking hell. Never ends. Luckily, I'm not such a sensitive snowflake. Cheds, it makes me vomit me gob. Are you still by the river, Weston? You catch any nice ones today? You should be able to catch them with your bare hands by now. You must be a pro. Aaron, you were mentioning yesterday that you can tell when Guru takes a piss on live stream. What are the telling signs on that one? Does he have like the piggy is live? Oh, fucking can't stand that cunt. I really cannot stand him. Yesterday, Ronin got in. That's the thing I love. That's the thing I enjoy about no fishing today. That's the thing I love about Ronin streams. Here, he gets pissed off. Like you can bait that guy into a certain like he will switch at a moment's notice, which is quite entertaining to watch. I've seen him go in on certain people that are in the chat. Guru's live. I guess I ain't going live. Yeah, he's been he's been on live twice today, hasn't he? Fucking hell. I'd be amazed if this guy ever leaves his house. That's probably why no one spotted him in public. Probably never leaves home. Guru lurking to steal streams. Yeah, he's in with the big boys now. He's probably in here trying to steal all my viewers. Like, God knows he needs it. Yeah, musical. You can compete with the Guru. The thing is, yeah, it's like I said, man. There's no point in going into Guru's live streams because they move so fast. You can't get a fucking word in. That's the problem. If you get too big, it's like you kind of isolate your own community. You want to hit that sweet spot, like where there's enough people in there to get their word in, but not too many where nobody can get a word in. Seeing Guru in public is like a Bigfoot sighting. Aaron, he did that yesterday. I said I'll go live at 8 p.m. and he went live at the exact same time. He's definitely fucking with you. Go live musical. Guru is hella boring. I'm waiting for you to go live as well because I'm definitely jumping in there. He probably just made a video and is going live to pump his views when he signs off. If anyone knows how to handle that side of the business, it's him. Weston, I don't want to stream for just 2 people. It's going to be 2 of the best people though. So have you finished up in the pub yet? I'm probably going to give it a couple minutes more and then try and goad you into going live. Guru is talking about basketball with his limited knowledge. Musical, you know it will be more than 2. You can't. Yeah, the Mavs are going off now. They're up 20. They might just get it done today. We need something to happen in this series because so far it's been dead. Nah, this bar dude is still here, just faffing, man. You're a polite gentleman because I would have probably lost my patience by now and told him to do one, and then probably got smacked. Oh, yeah, I've had a rough day today. I was seriously planning on whether or not to come on. So cringe him talking ball. You're gonna put $100 on Germany. I think it's a solid bet, mate. Home teams win a lot of the time because they get the favorable calls. For Das Führer. Bro, Germany is a good shout. I think it's like plus 400 musical, if I'm right. I think it's plus 400, which at this stage is $400 is a decent. That's not a bad shout. because the odds on Portugal and France are just not worth it. And like I said, Germany being at home, they're definitely going to get the favorable calls. $100 for 400 on Germany is a good bet. It's a very good bet. You can't argue with that. Let me see what the other odds are on these fuckers. Outrights. England being the favorite is fucking embarrassing. Germany, actually, France at at plus 400 as well. I might have to put a sneaky one on France, to be honest. Italy as well. Italy as well, minus 1400 is crazy. Or plus 1400 is crazy. If I was going to bet on it, I'd probably, like Germany, France, and Italy would be the ones to go. That's what I'd go with. Like France at plus 400 is really good because their team is stacked from top to bottom. And again, they're winners as well. They know how to win. Because retards bet on England, they never learn. They never learn. That's the problem. When are England playing? I reckon England are not even going to top their group. And they've got a kind of an easy group as well. Oh, so they're playing on Sunday at 8 p.m. That would be a nice little... Hungary are actually kind of good, you know. I mean, they're not going to win it, but they're probably going to do better than people think. Yeah, because that's what people don't understand about odds makers. It doesn't mean that they're like, if somebody's minus 120 or whatever, it doesn't mean they're minus 20 better than the opponent. It's just about betting patterns, like where people are going to bet. And people are stupid enough to bet on England, despite the fact they've never won anything in like 60 years. Like we still talk about the fucking World Cup in 66. We still go on about that. Hungary is apparently a nice country. It's definitely going to be on the list. The Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm off to Dublin next weekend to watch that Bellator card. As soon as I saw Jason Jackson was on the card, I knew I had to jump on it. Musical, have you made any attempt to try and go to UFC 304? Or is it just not worth it? Because as soon as I saw that card, I was like, I definitely have to go. So luckily I managed to get tickets pretty quickly. And I ended up not paying too much as well. I got very, very lucky that morning. I was up at the crack of dawn waiting for that. So I might do a few vlogs for that as well. I might do a vlog next week for I'll say a vlog. I'll just record a few things and just throw it into a video. And I'm thinking I'll definitely do something for 304. I'd have to bring my fucking pillow and blanket along to get through that night. But no, Hungary's definitely on the list. I'm definitely going to try and see. There's loads of places in Europe I still have to visit. %. I just bet $50 on the Celtics to win this game at plus 750. It's not impossible. I mean, I think it would be. I mean, when's the last time we got a sweep in the NBA Finals? It doesn't happen that often. I mean, I know it has happened, obviously, but it looks like the Mavs are fucking them up right now. So what, 26 points is not insurmountable in basketball, though. It doesn't feel like any lead is safe. Go to Hallstatt, Austria. We're actually going to Austria this summer. So we're going to Spain first, then to Germany. We talked about Switzerland possibly as well, but I'm not as keen on that. But we're gonna do Austria as well. I've been to Spain before, but I love it. So that'd be a nice place to start. Bilal excretes melatonin from his sweat and it spreads. Watch the comeback is coming, yeah. Miami would be whooping both if Jimmy was healthy. Miami are just missing something. I don't know exactly what it is because their team, you know, they've got a good five, but I think it may be their depth that's costing them. And Tyler Hero just hasn't panned out the way that I think anyone was expecting. He's kind of tapered off quite a bit. I saw him get absolutely cooked by some Chinese kid in one of his camps as well over the summer. His confidence must be at an all-time low. I went to Switzerland and fucking hell, it's expensive there. Yeah, I can believe that. All right, musical. As soon as you go on, let me know, and I'm gonna dive off at the exact same time. No, I really appreciate it, bro. Thanks for letting me thanks for letting me be part of your raid. And we're gonna do the same thing going the other way now. So as soon as you've jumped on, anyone who's on here, jump straight to musical or straight back to musical, should I say? I really appreciate. It's been fun tonight. I really appreciate it. The peer pressure worked. The peer pressure was successful. So yeah, musical. I'll see you over there, buddy. You'll find me in the chat for sure. I'm gonna hang about for a little while. Yeah, it's a hard grind being an Orlando Magic fan, but at least you've had a winning season this year. I can't remember the last time you had one of those. So and and you got into the playoffs. So that's you know it's progress. You got to start somewhere. Like when I took over watching the Warriors, we were fucking shit. So it was very. It's more gratifying if your team's shit and then they get somewhere. It's why like I'm hoping that being a Newcastle United fan is going to pan out one day. I've had 30 years of nothing but absolute abuse, and I'm hoping that one day, now that we've got a little bit of money, that I might actually get rewarded for it before I go 6 feet deep. They fucking owe me. Last winning season was 2019, and the last winning season before that was like 2012. Yeah, it hurts, bro. It's like when I was like being a Newcastle fan, I was like, God, bro, Newcastle was one of the best nights out I've ever had. I've only been there once, but man, it was a night to remember. It's crazy. I definitely have to get up there more because they know how to party down there. I'm gonna have to go to bed though, everyone. I hope everyone had a good night. Thanks as well for stopping by, Crystal. Much appreciated, man. Welcome anytime, of course. Yeah, Newcastle has good beer. It does. It's a nice little city. Yeah, got that oil money. We need to start being able to use it. That's the main thing. It's like it's fucked up, man. It's funny how the rules instantly change as soon as we're about to get ours. It's fucked up. But still though, I kind of want us to do it the right way. So if we need a little bit of a slog to get there, I'm willing to go through it. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything from my team anyway, so I'm still buzzing when we win games, let alone trophies. But yeah, as soon as please let me know as soon as musicals up and running, because then I can bow out gracefully. It's been another good one though, boys. You lot are fucking legends. Yeah, good suggestion. The older you get, man, you gotta top up on the old H2O before you go to bed. Whether you're slaughtered or not. So yeah, I'm patiently waiting on musical to get things going. It's really nice to have some UK subscribers up in here as well. How many tats you got? It's got to the point now, yeah, where I don't really count because I've basically got sleeves, so they're all just like, you know, I've basically just got the two arm sleeves. So I would have been able to count them as like there was a point when I could count them individually, but it's just one. They're just two massive tattoos now. I think I'm done though. I don't think I'm going to get any more. Like I haven't had a tattoo in like 5 years. They're quite addictive though. Once you start down that path, they do get quite addictive. I'll link the grey beard as soon as he's live. Sweet man, I appreciate that. I'm gonna dive over there double time. Are you a tattoo guy as well, Chris? I can't even call myself a tattoo guy. I basically got my first one when I was 19. after I think I was 21 when my dad passed away. I got a tattoo to commemorate him, and then it was just a downhill slope from there. Whenever anything significant happened in my life, I just started adding to it, and then before I knew it, it turned into the monster that it is now. I never really thought I'd be somebody who'd get tattoos, but then there's loads of things I thought I'd never do in my life, and here we are. Shit. Piss off. Oh, he's on now, yeah? I like tattoos, but I doubt I'll get any unless it's something small and not too much money. All right, it's raid time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to everyone who came along for this live stream. It's been another fun one. As always, if you haven't, please do like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all. Might hop on for a little bit tomorrow, but I appreciate it as well. Ched, a nice one. I'll probably see you guys in the chat over in Musical MMA if you're going to be over there. Thanks again for stopping by. You guys are fucking legends, every single one of you. I'll catch you in a bit, boys.